My Bunny Buns Tarot 8, get a tarot reading from me. Go to my Instagram, Bunny Buns Tarot 8. Email me, bunnybunstaro@yahoo.com. Message me here. Now to talk about some more ghost stuff. So here I am at my funeral. My awful, awful son-in-law pops by my funeral for at the very last minute of it, takes a few photos, and then leaves. And he's like all happy about it, like oh haha, like happy my family is suffering, like oh your dad died, but just awful. And as he turns, and he's like, I was already furious by this point, and as he turns and he thinks nobody's seeing him, he just like has this huge grin. He lets out this just like this like this and just has this huge smile on his face. That was like the happiest I'd ever seen that man, was to see that his wife and her family were suffering. And I was furious. I was like screaming. I was like, you bastard, you bastard. Like, I did everything for you. I knew that him and his family were doing some like really disturbing stuff, like really disturbing, illegal, and immoral things. And I didn't do anything about it because I thought I was supposed to just not say anything. And it was like out of sight, out of mind. And I lunged at him to go and try to like wring his ugly neck, and I couldn't do it because I was a ghost. But I definitely exuded enough energy that he like stopped and froze, because I think he like felt my presence there. I think he like felt the chill in the air or something. And he knows about like occult things. He knows about the fact that we have multiple lives. Like it's I'm like gonna say in my opinion, but like, dude, I'm right. God doesn't just send us down in one body and is like, okay, from this you're gonna go to. You have God gives you opportunities to learn and redeem yourself and help other people. That's why we're reincarnated. I do believe in a heaven. I do believe in hell. But I also do believe that we can create hell on earth, and we can like create a bit of heaven on earth. And through that, reincarnation is a a big part of it, along with being a spirit guide. Anyway, so I get beamed up by my spirit team, my spirit crew, and I'm just in there just furious. I was like, I want revenge, I want revenge. I should have said something. Because at the time I was in the position where if I would have said something, like they had the authorities under their thumb, but if I went to the right people, I would have been able to be in a place where I was believed, so I could do something about the illegal things that they were doing. Because growing up, my dad would always just, like, in my previous life, would always just be like, I know, but you'll understand when you're older. You just have to ignore it. You understand when you're older. And then I assumed one magical day I was going to understand why I needed to just ignore what they were doing. And then I realized, like, on my deathbed, no, I was never going to understand when I was older. I needed to go to, like, the military, or go to, go to people in the police that I knew and got, like, help. And so I was so furious. And so my spirit team, I don't know if it was like, I know a lot of them were ancestors and spirit guides, but so it was similar to when I had my near death experience, but this time it felt like I was almost like in a room, but it was like clouds, beautiful light, gold, these beings of light that I was communicating with through telepathy, and they were all talking at the same time because they collective consciousness, like we're not separate from each other. And they were like, okay, yeah, you should have said something. There were a lot of things in your life that you should have done and not done. And at the time, we went over my whole life and everything, but at the time I wasn't really seeing everything that I did wrong. I was like, revenge. Like, I want justice. I did see like a few things that were wrong, but they were like, okay, you want justice, you want revenge, there's a way for you to do it. And they showed me this life from birth to when I pass away. And I don't remember a lot of it. I mostly just remember like the feeling of it, and not even the feeling. It's like I saw light. I saw darkness to light. And so they showed me like the first like I know I'm at this point now, because it was like the beginning is just, they showed me like a lot of awful things I was gonna have to go through, and just like a lot of just like really horrific things, and they were like, it's to learn lessons. Like, you don't understand it now, but this, you will learn lessons. You'll know why you're going through this. Like, this is the, and then there was like a peak point where I was going through something very, very awful, and I was like, I'm never gonna get out of this. Like, this is the end of me. Like, I'm in the trenches. Like, take me now, Lord Jesus. Like, there was like some time, which I think I might be at now, to be honest, where I was like, there's no coming back from this. Like, what is the point of like life, essentially? Like, holy moly. And it was like almost at a roller coaster of like, oh my god, this is it, and then it was like, oh, a miracle ball popped up. Oh, like okay, cool. And then from that point, it was just better and better and better, until then there was like this bright, bright light where it wasn't like revenge. It was like I outed them and I did something to help, and then I just lived my life and just in peace. And so I was kind of in shock, like, oh my god. And they were like, yeah, it's going to be hard. Like, it's going to be really, really hard, but it's going to be worth it.